Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. According to CBS News, Latvia's military announced that NATO fighter jets shot down a drone that entered its airspace on Monday. While the Baltic nation shares borders with both Russia and Belarus, the drone's origin remains unclear. In a separate incident on the same day, another drone crashed and exploded in a field in eastern Moldova. Moldova's foreign ministry blamed Russia, noting the incident occurred during a massive Russian drone and missile assault on Ukraine. These events follow recent incursions in Romania, where two Russian drones exploded, injuring two people. The repeated airspace violations have intensified international concerns that the Russia-Ukraine conflict could expand into NATO territory. According to a report by Xinhua, U.S. President Donald Trump has issued an urgent call for Israel and Iran to immediately cease their exchange of military strikes. Writing on the social media platform Truth Social on Monday, President Trump stated that both nations must immediately stop shooting. This appeal follows a sharp escalation in tensions, as Israel and Iran traded strikes on Monday in their most serious military confrontation since a ceasefire was established in the Middle East region 2 months ago. According to a report by Thai Sounds, the Iran-backed Houthi rebels in Yemen have officially declared their participation in the ongoing conflict between Iran and Israel. The rebel group launched missile attacks targeting Jaffa in Israel and announced a ban on all Israel-affiliated commercial vessels from navigating through the Red Sea. The Houthis, who control a crucial stretch of coastline near the el-Mandeb Strait, warned that any hostile actions would be targeted. This development comes amid retaliatory airstrikes between Iran and Israel, breaking a nearly 2-month ceasefire. Security experts warn that if the Houthis successfully blockade the el-Mandeb Strait, which connects the Red Sea to the Indian Ocean, it would severely disrupt global trade and shipping. This threat is particularly alarming as Iran has already blocked the Strait of Hormuz, through which 1/5 of the world's oil is transported. A dual blockade of these two vital maritime choke points could deal a devastating blow to international commerce and global energy markets. Meanwhile, Israel launched counterstrikes hitting Iran's Karun petrochemical company, and Iran's foreign minister has reportedly contacted international counterparts to explain their military actions. According to a report by Leon Hizawe, rising anti-immigration sentiment in Australia has prompted Prime Minister Anthony Albanese to announce a gradual reduction in the country's immigration scale. Albanese stated that the government plans to lower the net overseas migration to 225,000 per year over the next few years, a level he described as appropriate. Recent polls indicate that the right-wing populist party One Nation, led by Pauline Hanson, has gained significant traction, with its support rate rising to 31%, surpassing the ruling Labour Party's 30%. This surge in support comes amid growing public discontent over the cost of living, high interest rates, and housing shortages, which many attribute to a post-pandemic surge in immigration. While Albanese's net approval rating has dropped to -24%, political analysts suggest that One Nation still faces structural barriers and is unlikely to secure a majority in the 2028 elections, as its base is primarily concentrated in regional and outer suburban areas rather than densely populated urban centers. According to KBS World, a special counsel team in South Korea has requested a 2-year prison sentence for former President Yoon Yeol during his final hearing at the Seoul Central District Court. Yoon is on trial for violating the Public Official Election Act, with prosecutors accusing him of publicly misrepresenting his connection to a shaman during a January 2022 interview, where he claimed they were introduced by a party official rather than his wife, former First Lady Kim Keon-hee. Yoon also faces allegations of concealing his introduction of a lawyer to a close aide's brother in late 2021. Prosecutors argue that these false statements helped bolster his presidential bid by silencing controversies, ultimately leading to his narrow victory in the March 2022 election. The court's verdict is scheduled for July 27th. Under South Korean law, if Yoon is fined 1 million won or more, his party, the People Power Party, will be required to return nearly 40 billion won in election expenses to the National Election Commission. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.